Hi there, I'm Budda and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I bring you 4 new VOX pedals. They're called VALVENERGY and they claim to be the new type of tube circuit. So they call it a new tube, which means it's wired the same way as a 12AX7, and they can be used as pedals or as preamps, and they even have cabinet simulator. We'll be trying all those features in today's episode. But first of all, let me thank my dear patrons for supporting the show. And you know, if you want to become a patron yourself, you just go to the link, well, this link here. Follow the steps, super easy, and you'll be helping me, but you'll be getting free video lesson every week, early access to episodes, and new backing track, free backing track every month. Of course, my huge thank you. But today's about the VOX VALVENERGY pedals, and let me thank Caillou's Music for loaning them to me so I can show it to you guys. Let's go. My love affair with VOX pedals is for ages, probably 95. I bought this one when they released a series of pedals called Valve Tone. So they were on the Valve thing for a long time. And you can see the box. I still have the original box. And you can see it's kind of in a bad shape because I would carry around the pedal in the box before I had pedal board. So this is the pedal. Analog Man says it's kind of a tube screamer, an 808. It's really great. I used it a lot, always on, gain on minimum, volume on max, and tone usually at 9 o'clock. And this was my always on pedal on my twin reverb amp when I played through the twin reverb. So this was kind of my at the edge of breakup sound. I stopped using it for a while because I stopped liking tube screamer sound, but it is to this day a great pedal. So immediately when VOX came out with these 4 pedals, I was super curious to try them because they claim to do a lot of stuff and to cover a lot of territory. First, I'm using them as a preamp, so I'm using them going into the Lone Star's effect return. So I'm using just the power amp on the Lone Star, and all the preamp is made by the pedals. Let's hear. I'll leave this one for later because this is the heavy metal one. It's not a telly thing. So, well, I'll play with my Les Paul the 2 first, and with my telly the last 2. This claims to be an AC30 inspired pedal, so it claims to transform your amp into an AC30. Here it goes. It has a bright switch, let's use it. Let's push the gain. And they have a special thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't come in the box, so I don't have those cables. But you can connect, I think it's an 8-inch, so like the speaker, the headphone mini jack, you can interconnect them. And when they are in preamp mode, when you turn one on, it turns the other off. So it can basically become a 4-channel amp with any amp. And they also have cabinet simulator. So this was the AC30 inspired one. They say this is inspired in a boutique amp. Let's hear how it sounds. A little more gain. Let's hear the EQ middle. Treble. Bass. It's a really cool platform. It sounds kind of a Fendery tone to me. They don't say what it is. By boutique, they might mean like a Dumble style. Don't know. But it's really great. It's the least amount of gain on the pedals. Let's hear the copper drive, which is a Marshall, and the cutting edge, which I think might be a rectifier or something like that. For these tones, these heavier gain tones, I want an humbucker guitar. Marshall with a Les Paul Classic. Right switch. Really great. It sounds killer. Let's hear how it cleans up. Man, I'm really curious to hear how they sound with the cabinet simulator. Let's check the EQ, by the way. This is an active EQ, which means it can cut or boost. So at noon, it's off, kind of off. So you can boost highs or cut highs, mids and bass. Really great Marshall tone. Yeah, fucking great. Well, sorry, really great pedal. Let's hear the monster gain pedal. EQ at noon. It has a tight, which means it's very cool for low tuning, so the bottom end doesn't crap out. Let's hear it like this, tight at noon too. Whoa, it sounds heavy as hell. Let's hear it through the preamp of, so as regular pedals, plug it into the front of the amp. So all I need to do is to change it here in the back. It has 3 positions. I need to change it to regular pedal, which is all the way to the right. And let's go again with the cutting edge. So front of the amp, this is my clean tone. Turn off the reverb of the Lone Star, clean channel. This guitar is killer. Since I did the 50 wiring mod, it's unbelievable. We'll go and watch the episode. It's just great. But plugging it into the front of the amp really changes the pedal completely. It becomes way darker, way different. Let's hear the Marshall. Let's hear the AC30 inspired one. Well, it's a great, even in front of the amp, it's great, but I much prefer the result with them being used as preamps. They were way more dynamic than they are, but it's normal. The amp is compressing, the preamp is also compressing. Let's hear the Silk Drive. Turn it off. Woo! These two pedals are freaking awesome. Well, all the pedals are great. This is just not for me because I don't play that metal, that heavy thing. And if I want to play it, I have my Royal Atlantic here, but I rarely play this heavy. This is a great Marshall in a box tone, but this really changes the character of the amp. It makes it sound trebly like a... as opposite to the clean tone of the Lone Star. It immediately sounds Vox to me, AC30, and this one is a really great general purpose overdrive boost. Let me hear it with a tally. Well, and you might be asking, why am I changing cables? Well, for my single coil guitars, I usually use the retro coil cable. It's a lava cable. It makes a huge difference because it cuts the brightness and fattens up a little of the guitar. but it's too fat for an humbucker guitar. So with the Les Paul, I like the Ultra Mafic, which is this bigger, more expensive cable by Lava Cables too. Let's hear it through the telly. Go to the Silk Drive neck pickup. Turn off the bright. Turn it off. So it's very transparent, really great. Let's hear if it can fatten up my telly just a little bass, a little mid-range. Let's hear it through the Lone Star's drive channel. So this is the drive channel by itself. With the Silk Drive. Hell yeah, really, really great. Mystic Edge. Man, this is unbelievable. It immediately transforms my Lone Star into an AC30, or at least into that territory, because it's scoopier but brighter and jangly, like you think of a Vox. It reminds me of the AC15 more than my AC30. By the way, the Marshall. Man, let me hear the Mystic Edge going into the drive channel of the Lone Star. So here it is, the Lone Star by itself. Mystic Drive. Man, I'm blown away. I'm really, really blown away. Wasn't expecting this sounded this good. I prefer them as preamps, but I also love it. This is an incredible, the Mystic Edge is an incredible transformer of your amp. So if you have a Fender amp, like basically the Lone Star Clean Amp is kind of a deluxe reverb sounding preamp. So if you have this, it immediately transforms your Fender amp into a jangly amp. And I'm not even talking about the drive options of the pedal. Great, great, great. Let's hear the cab simulator of them all. So what I will do is I will plug the jack into my Apollo. I think I'll plug it into my Apollo 8P. Yeah. Preamp. So we can hear it through the speakers and how it sounds. Let's go. So basically I'm using a Neve 1073 emulation going directly into the board. This is not at all a thing I would try for myself, but for the sake of the review, I'm very curious to hear what it sounds. And I've been trying some cab simulators that really make me think of the option of having it. So if this sounds good, if you have a show and your amp fails, you have a safety net going direct into the PA system. It's great for recording guitars. You can record like triple or quadruple guitars. You can mic the guitar amp and then use this as two different options of a sound. But it has to work. Let's hear the Marshall sound. So just for you to figure out, so no pedal on, this is how my guitar sounds. This is the copper head. Let's turn it into a pedal, a regular pedal, no cab simulator. It's great for some Zeppelin tones. But definitely not for all the other stuff. Preamp. Woo! Even worse, cab simulator. We'll go back with the Les Paul. Let's try the VOX. Let's hear it as a pedal. Whoa. Cab simulator. With it off, with the cab simulator off, man, it's so terrible. Funny enough, my preferred one as a pre is the Marshall. It's the one that sounds closer. Let's hear the cutting edge with my Les Paul. Let's hear it without the cab simulator. Whoa, God. But this doesn't convince me at all. Marshall, kind of, Copperhead drive. Well, what are your thoughts? What do you think about the pedals? How did you prefer them? As a preamp, as a pedal, as a amp cab simulator? I was very surprised to hear how they sound as an amp cab simulator. I just didn't like the cutting edge as a cab simulator. It doesn't move me. But I have to listen to the recording because I was listening to my monitor speakers, which is not the same thing as an amp, and the feel is different. That's usually what draws me back from amp simulator. But all the others were really cool. I loved the Mystic Edge transforming my Lone Star into an AC something, 15 or AC 10 or AC 30 kind of amp. The Silk Drive is a great all-around clean boost drive, overdrive to a bit of more overdriven even sound. The Copperhead is great Marshall-y tone. It can go JCM 800, it can go Plexi, cool pedal. But the one I'm most impressed is the Mystic Edge, because it's very different. It changes the feel of your guitar into the amp. But, of course, let me know what you think. I would love to hear your comments about it. Let's talk about this for this whole week. Thanks a lot. You know, if you want to support the show, you can contribute to the tip jar on PayPal or become a patron and get early access to episodes, a free video lesson every week, and a free backing track every month. Of course, my huge thank you. If you're interested in guitar lessons with me, just send me an email or a direct message via Instagram or Facebook, and we'll deal with it from there. I teach via Skype or any other platform, so we can be in very, very different places in the world and still be together. Thanks a lot. See you next week. Bye-bye.